Welcome to our channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. This is Blue News Mount, and this is for you cops to ponder. I came home about before the Zig Heil people took over, about 18 years ago, and I had chickens, and I came home to a wolf in my backyard. Now, I'd been a forester for 7 years. I definitely know what a wolf is. So we danced. I kind of grabbed a 2x4. And I'd go to the left, and he'd go to the right, and I'd go to the right, and he'd go to the left, and we danced for about a minute, and then the wolf went under the fence from whence he came. Found out 2 years later, a neighbor 3 doors down, was raising a full-grown wolf in violation of about a dozen city ordinances and county ordinances and state ordinances and federal ordinances. He's raising a wolf without a permit. Because you know you have to have a permit. All hail your master. So here is another thing. A guy is raising some monkeys in Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma's not a blue state. You can carry a gun in Oklahoma. You can speak your mind in Oklahoma. The red laws don't matter. The Constitution applies in Oklahoma, unlike here in Washington, Oregon, California, which are the Zig Heil states, and they lie constantly. So here a monkey attempts to break into an Oklahoma home, tears a woman's ear off. What are you going to do, police? Now, I just let the wolf ride, and eventually the guy told the city engineer to go himself, and he sprouted a lot of trouble for himself because we have a creek in our backyard created when the mob, the murdering freaks in the city of Tacoma, filled in the back marsh. So the city said we can pump our excess water into the sewer system, but then they deny they wrote the letter. And since I'm the second homeowner, there was no copy of the letter for me to get. So the city lies. But you're a cop, and you've got to deal with this city. You've got to deal with the city that you're living in. So this monkey appeared in a gal's backyard. She took a picture of it. Looks like a nice, cute little monkey, right? Being raised by a neighbor 3 doors down, just like my little wolf. Well, on March 12th, a woman in Dixon, Oklahoma was attacked and injured by a neighbor's pet monkey. Brittany Parker was looking out the window on her front porch and he noticed a monkey looking back at her. The monkey was trying to get into my house. She told the local news, she says, I was literally hanging on my door trying to hold it closed. Well, why didn't she lock it? So anyway, the pet monkey jumped onto Parker's back and started pulling out her hair. He ripped my ear almost completely off my head, and after the attack, the monkey ran off with the police in hot pursuit. Now remember, this is a red state, and they believe in the Constitution. They're not a bunch of Zig Heil freaks like we have in our state. During the chase, officers heard 2 gunshots and found that the Parker's family member shot the monkey. In other words, the cops came, the monkey hopped on her head, pulled her hair out, tried to pull her ear off, ran away. The cops started chasing the monkey, and the Parkers got a gun and killed the monkey. Then, of course, there were no charges because he fired a firearm defending his family, unlike these libtard blue states, which are National Socialist states. You know what that means, NAZI. Both Parker and the police had no idea someone owned the monkey within the city limits. The owner's name hasn't been released, but friends who knew the monkey say his name was Jack. So she killed Jack for trying to rip her ear off. Apparently this is not a nice monkey. This is a very mean monkey raised by a neighbor as a very mean monkey. And he knew the monkey was mean, and he knew it would do bad things. And yet he kept the monkey, just like a person with a Rottweiler. They keep the Rottweiler 90% of the time because they're dealing drugs. So anyway, as for the Parker, she now says the injuries will prevent her from working and that she will need plastic surgery. She says that she's so concerned about her son playing outside in the front yard. Of course, it's very traumatizing, of course. Anyway, this is a survival story. So what are you going to do, police? You going to arrest the owner of the monkey? I would. I'd arrest him for assault and battery. And then I'd charge him for the plastic surgery to sew her ear back on. Now, this is a red state. And they have the right to kill an animal that assaults them without worrying about gunshot within his city limits or some stupid libtard, not NAZI, ADOLF HITLER rules. But even he wasn't that bad because he allowed the Germans the Second Amendment. But all the non-Germans didn't get the Constitution under his rule. But here in America, nobody gets the constitutional rule unless they're in a red state. We voted conservative for the last 40 years, but the CIA's put in a libtard governor. And now we've got a libtard double, just like in California, Oregon, and all the libtard states. People vote right wing. They want our Constitution, but the CIA does not want it. Look at that. I mean, it's got hands on all four things. Look at that. It can just grab anything, hang upside down. But anyway, that monkey, Jack, just went berserk when the police came. So you've got a guy with monkeys who hates the cops. So what are you going to do as a police officer? Are you going to go arrest the owner of the monkey, which is what should be done, and charge him with a huge fine for raising a monkey in a city without a permit, and force him to pay for her plastic surgery, or are you just going to drop the whole issue? I might go to the guy's home and kill the rest of the monkeys. If it were me and I were the dad, I would go to the guy's home and I would kill the rest of the monkeys. But that's me. And I believe that if somebody has dangerous animals, the dangerous animals should be put down. And if that ripped an ear off my wife, I would take care of all the monkeys and the homeowner. And he would be paying for it. Anyway, God bless. Thank you very much. What are you going to do? Monkey attempts to break into Oklahoma woman home and tears a woman's ear off. It's kind of funny at one point, but it's kind of sad because we don't have a follow-up. And we don't know if the other monkeys were put down because they hate cops. Obviously, the cops came and that's when the monkey went nuts. So here are monkeys raised to kill cops. So what are you going to do with the monkeys, police department? You going to just make the guy get a permit and sweep it under the rug, or are you going to take care of him? We don't know. This is a tough decision for the police. What happens if it happened in Seattle or Tacoma or Cincinnati or Chicago or New York? Would you arrest the homeowner for defending his wife? Let the monkey go? They would here in Washington State, at least in the Puget Sound, because the CIA has put in governors who hate police. They hate the police. You think I'm kidding? Go meet him. I've met the governor here, not the current one. They don't like you. They're like the FBI and the CIA. That's why the world intelligence community is united on one thing, eliminating the CIA and FBI. Anyway, there you go. Tough decision, isn't it? God bless. Thank you very much. I ask these tough decisions. That's why it's called Blue News Mount, because of the tough decisions you have to make. Your job is very hard. I've been there, done that. Anyway, God bless. Thank you very much. You have a very hard job. I know. Been there. See you tomorrow.